Welcome back. Said I was going to keep on top of my game, and I'm on top of my game. Today we're coming back to you with another cooking episode. Today it is Jack and Coke cupcakes. That is a tongue twister of alliteration there. Ingredients we will need are, well, we're using easy pancake mix. You can use your own proper like flour, sugar, bull if you so wish, but I'm really lazy. 2 eggs and oil, a can of Coca-Cola, and as much Jack Daniels as you want. Though recommended is probably only a little bit. Utensils you'll need: a baking tray and a mixing bowl, and something to mix it with, whether it be an electric blender or some sort of hand whisk. Butter. Alright guys, so you get your empty bowl. I should really stop doing that because one day I can see myself just flipping it behind my fucking head or something. You get your bowl, you get your dry mix. Usually if you're doing it from scratch, you would get your flour, your sugar, your salt, and mix them all together as your dry ingredients, and then you would mix your wet ingredients in later. Again, dry ingredients mixed first, wet ingredients mixed separately second, and then third, combine them all together at a slow ratio. Add water, mix, add water, mix, add water, mix. We will do this later, but I'm just saying for the purpose that this is pre-mixed dry ingredients. So what you're going to do is just go balls to the walls and just hulk out your dry ingredients. Chuck it in your bowl. What we're going to do first is mix our Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola mix. So we're going to be having 1.5 cups of mix. What I mean by mix is 3/4 Coke, 1/4 Jack Daniels. So we're going to get straight to it. Mix our stuff up. You can either use a bottle or a can or whatever else they come in possibly at this point in the future if you're watching it then, but I prefer cans to everything at this point in time. If they come out with something else in the future, I prefer that. I don't know. You tell me, future people. I welcome your input, even to this day, which is in the past. Now we've just got this pre-made because we're going to want to mix our wet ingredients all relatively close to each other. Alright, so now what we do, get our whisk, crack our eggs over the bowl and get straight to it. Use our handy dandy tea towel. Alright guys, and get straight to mixing. This is not going to be nearly as exciting as I thought it would. Not nearly as exciting. Alright guys, and what you want to do is you want to try and get all the side bits as well. Mix them off with the whisk and just try and get everything mixed together. When you first do your eggs, it's going to get real lumpy and clumped together. That is the stage we want it at. And then, after we've got everything mixed in, we'll mix in our 1.5 cups of Jack Daniels and Coke mixture. And that will get it to the liquidy consistency that we want it to be when we're doing things. Alright guys. We use approximately 3 teaspoons of oil. Hopefully the oil acts as some sort of binder. Alright guys, the key ingredient here, do not forget, is the 3 teaspoons of oil. Your oil will act as the binding agent for your dry mix and your wet ingredients. Key point. I might even add it in later or now while I'm doing this so you can see how panicky I was when I fucking thought I'd mess this all up. I'm going to pick it up and just have it drip off like it's wet. Yeah, I put the video here. You'll be able to see it here. Like it's a... Well, you guys will know when you get it. You know there's no... Move this to the side for now. What we need to do now is get our butter as our lubricant and lube up the side and base of our pan so our cupcakes don't stick to it. Now I know you're thinking at this point, you said cupcakes, right? Yes, I did. But we don't have cupcake tins at this household, and I'm not going to go out and buy cupcake tins. So what I'm going to do is just make a giant Jack Daniels and Coke cupcake. You could call it a Colossal Jack and Coke cupcake. Colossal Jack and Coke cupcake. Things name themselves, I swear. While we're doing this up, we're going to preheat our oven. What you normally would have that is 180 degrees if you're making regular cupcakes. What we're going to do is knock that down to about 140 to 150 degrees Celsius, mind you, because we're having a much bigger tin, giant Colossal cupcakes rather than tiny regular bit-sized cupcakes. So it's going to take longer naturally for it to cook all the way through, thus needing a slower temperature at an elongated time. Normally you would just leave your cupcakes for about 15 to 18 minutes. Depending on your tray, you may need to add 3 minutes to that time. For this, what we're going to do is leave it for about 25 to half an hour. Come back, inspect it with a fork, stab it with your fork. If it sticks to the fork, not good, leave it for a bit longer. If you think it's looking a bit too crispy, turn down the heat. Everyone's oven is different. Everyone's baking trays are different. Everything is unique to your situation, guys. But these are just the outlined recommended steps. So, like I said, we talk a big game. No, we don't. But we're going to start up our oven. Oven's on, so while that's happening, what we're going to do is start to lube up our pan. Then put our mix inside it. Now, I warn you, this is going to be really, really weird. It never ceases to feel disgusting, no matter how many times you've done it. But it's just what we've got to do for the desired result of our pans, guys. Alright guys, now we do have kind of like a fake pan where we can remove the bottom. Makes it really good for like just lifting stuff out. But as you can see here, we want the whole circumference of the pan to be nice and lubricated up. Now we're going to do exactly what we did there, the sides. We've left this for a while, so you might just give it one quick You might just give it one quick mix up again. Doesn't have to be long, just 30-second mix. Not even that long if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you guys. I'm just paranoid. Alright guys, here we go. Now we're just going to pour it into our big ass cake tin. I should have made sure I lined up that shot before pouring it. Hopefully it worked up well. We're going to journey this into the oven and we'll see you guys hopefully when it's done. Alright guys, so we've ended up leaving it for roughly around 40 minutes instead of 30 minutes. Just took a bit longer to cook than I thought it would. But at the end of the day, that is cooking. That's what I said before. Each to his own. Everything is different. Grab this out, put it on our chopping board, because hopefully our chopping board is invincible. It's invincible. Turn our oven off. It's always a key thing. And, well, probably going to play. Hopefully this is just going to come undone. Yeah, there we go. Put this over here. Here we have almost turned out to just be like a cake, really, more than a giant cupcake. But here we go, guys. Cleanly done on the bottom. I don't know if I showed you guys the top before. What you want to do is grab your big ass knife. Just go away. Tastes like edible Jack Daniels. Nothing else. Which is exactly how we like it. Colossal Jack and Coke cupcakes. Definitely recommend. Pop them, above them, just pop them and we got some. Assume you know what to do from this point. Cook. Layer of white chocolate topping with our cheese fries, Jack Daniels, beef patty. We are prepared.